Your voice is potentially one of your most powerful creation and manifestation tools. The way you speak can either repulse or magnetize people to you. Hi, I am Casey Aileen Knight. I am a soul voice activator and a soul embodiment guide, and I have really done both. I have pushed people away using my voice, and they have been able to say, "Oh my God, no, I don't want anything to do with her." And I've also magnetized in soulmate clients, people who have become dear friends. I have created so much from being able to speak my truth. And it wasn't always this way. I used to only share my soul truth and my pure, authentic voice and expression around people that were, safe and that would get it. And then I started being called to share more of me, to express myself more authentically, and to bring all of me forward. I was being prepared for this new role that I was evolving into, and I had to bring all of me, and I couldn't mask and hide behind the veneer of what I thought people would accept or like. I had to, and this is a continuous journey, by the way, I am still working on it. I had to learn to really be able to speak with all of me coming forward. I'm going to be real with you. There was repercussions to this, and there were people in my lives when I started speaking my truth and sharing my authenticity that moved away. They decided to exit my life because I wasn't for them anymore. When I dropped the masks and I started really expressing myself, like truly, deeply, the deepest and most magical parts of me, some people chose to exit stage left, and other people in that space that was created came closer, and those are the people that get me, my soul friends, the collaborations, the co-creations, again, the clients. It has been absolutely stunning to see what I have been able to create when I dropped the hiding. But the thing was, I don't judge myself for having had hidden at all. And you shouldn't either, my friends. Oh my gosh. It's how we stay safe. It's how we have survived up until this point. Our ego telling us to be like, shh, can really be just its way of keeping you alive. And sure, small, secure, hidden, where you won't be making waves, where you won't stand out, and where people aren't going to throw rocks at you or burn you at the stake or crucify you. Yeah. So this is woven into our collective narrative, as well as our Akashic records from previous lifetimes, as well as our ancestral lineage and our own life, where we were told, as kids that we needed to be quiet and we couldn't say certain things. And all of these combined pieces have created this situation where people don't feel safe to speak their truth and share their voice, and there are very real consequences to speaking out in many countries, and that has been true historically. It's still very true in some spaces, and free speech doesn't mean free of consequences even in the places where it's allowed, because people might cancel you, people might dislike you, people might hate you. And yet, call to speak truth, your truth, to share your voice, to share your message gets louder for those of us that are here to be on this luminous evolution journey, to share our light, to shine brightly. Like, we can't do that if we are hiding. And when we speak our truth and we actually release all that old stuff, those programs, those belief systems, those thought forms, those habits, and we really tune into the truth of who we are at our most divine core, and we start to learn to express with our uniqueness, our richness, our soul tones, our magic. When we do that, we are able to share so much more with the world. We are able to share ourselves authentically. We are able to reach those that need to hear our message, and it's going to fall on deaf ears, and not everyone's going to get it. And yet, we are here to share our message. And so I began with this 30 days to expose your truth challenge. Uh, 2018, maybe it was, with a coach, a writing coach. I think her name is Juliana Garcia. I should have looked that up before I hit record. But I had to share my deepest truths. And I was terrified to speak about how magical I am and how I could, speak with source and rocks and Gaia and angels and aliens and deities and divine essence and elements and like that my life, my inner world was so freaking magical, so multidimensional. I didn't share that publicly with a lot of people. And then I came to a place where I realized I could no longer be in hiding. I had to bring all of me forward and share that magic forth with the world and be like, I know how to speak to your heart. I can read your energy field. I am psychic AF. I can feel things, know things. I've known things my entire life. I've seen ghosts. I've spoken with spirit. I've been to different interplanetary councils and I can speak into that now without my heart even starting to pound. It's just a new normal. But the first time I shared any of this out loud or even like typed onto my Facebook page, I was terrified. I was so scared. I didn't know how it was going to be received. The process of learning how to unlock my voice was accelerated. I had already started speaking into the more magical bits and pieces. When the pandemic hit and my in-person business was shut down, and I had been building my online business on the side for a while, but when that was shut down, I just had this urge, this soul desire, my heart's desire to go on Facebook Live and speak from the heart, but not just share in English, because English, like, it gets all caught up in our minds and everyone has different operational definitions of words. Everyone has different like baggage that they're filtering it through. And I wanted people to feel me and to feel this essence that I had, this feeling that I wanted to share because I wanted people to know that they could tune into this themselves, this feeling of peace, this feeling of divine love and safety and security and home. And home is a frequency, not a place. Home is a frequency. And I went online and I started sharing light language, those transmissions. I started sharing this. I'll give you a sample, an example. I'll let you feel what it sounds like, and then I'll tell you what happened from that. So just let your mind witness and observe how your body feels. And just take a deep breath in. And this is a transmission from my soul to yours. Tir ish kanaki etiki napo tia. Teriki toki aneki oshtokiate. Rate kitiato kitish kanaterati. Iako ni kiwate kia. Iakori nitia ketish kanikiate. Raku ianape. Teshtikiateki. Iate. Fatiake. Ki. Nianaku. British kirate tiate. And just receive. I love to hear in the comments anything that came through for you in terms of the feeling. What did you experience? What was that like for you? To go beyond words. And for some of you, you might be like, what kind of, you scrolled away. Maybe you're not even here anymore. And then why am I talking to you? But for those who felt that and felt the resonance, It was something inside of you, right? This deep knowing, the soul expression. And with that comes that just experience instead of knowledge. It's this experience in your body. When I started to go on lives and speak and sing in my soul tones, what you might call light language, but for me it's not channeling other beings, other entities, it's me speaking directly from my higher self, source, my heart, spirit, my divine essence. It transmits this energy of home, and I had people knocking down my door going, "Can I work with you? What do you even do?" It like just I didn't drop any offers. I didn't actually speak, but what I did, I was just like, I need you to hear this. I need you to feel this. And so I went with that energy through the beginning of 2020, and I magnetized in people that wanted to feel that feeling and they wanted to unlock their capacity to do that. And I started to understand that the voice, especially when we become this pure channel for the divine essence of you to flow through you and out into the currents of the world, was our most powerful creation tool, manifestation tool, magnetizing tool for business, but also for life because it leveled myself up in so many different ways. And when I'm in that space, when I'm channeling my soul self, I can feel it. It feels like meditation, tingles, amazingness. It just feels like expression that is truly me. And it feels so good. I'm coming into a coherent state. And I notice the more and more that I do that, the more alignment and coherence I have, the more powerful my voice is as a manifestation tool. And the voice of manifestation and creation, I prefer creation because manifestation has a lot of baggage around it. But when we're in coherence, we can speak, and then it's the sound frequencies ripple out into the universe, and the universe responds and is like, let's dance, let's play. You are aligned, and I want to move your way. And so you begin to magnetize in those opportunities, the abundance, the connections, the capacity for creation that you have within you innately as a beautiful creator being who is divinity incarnate, having this beautiful expression of what is possible in this realm and so much more. Beautiful, multidimensional, shining star, you are capable of using your voice and coming into alignment and coherence. So when you speak, the universe goes, and so it is. And so when you access this creation power, you will be able to move worlds, impact lives, connect in to the magic that you already are inherently. And it's so beautiful. But it comes when you're in, again, alignment, coherence. There are tools that you can use to come into that place and space. There is so much that you can do. I love doing it in ceremony, in co creation with the universal forces, with Gaia, with my highest self, with Source, to become this anchor for light, this bridge of cosmos and earth. And when I do that, I speak in the world responds to me, and it begins to be this beautiful co-creation. Because the other thing is that when you're in that aligned place and you have access to your highest self, to your intuition, you are open and receptive instead of closed to the opportunities, to your intuition, to spirit, to source. You're having the energy flow through you that's from that highest self, that cosmic trajectory, instead of from the place of ego and scarcity. When we speak from the mind only, or from that place of ego that is trying to keep us safe and small, we speak the things that feel safe and small. When we're not in our most magnetic, expansive, expressive, abundant magic, we're gonna stay small where it's safe. But I tell you, that when we're playing it safe, we are not doing what we are here to do. You, you're a luminary. Someone is here to make an impact, make a difference, but not from what you do per se, although that is a part of it. It is from your beingness and from being an example of what is possible. And so, the more you can tune into this alignment, this coherence, and speak from that place of divine expression and light, the more you'll be able to really just shine bright. And that light that's being emitted from your heart has its own colors, sacred geometry, frequency, and magic that is magnetic to the things that are already for you, to the things that are in your cosmic trajectory, your fate, your destiny. There is so much that is available to you when you come into that alignment, coherence, and speak from that place of depth, from that place of authenticity, from that place of cohesiveness, where you're not all separate parts of you trying to coexist in this separate way, but rather when you have reunified with your beingness. Again, that's where the magic happens. If you're wondering about the how, I've shared before. We transform the density, we connect in to the alignment with divinity, and then we embody it through our speech, our words, our actions. And the exercises, how? I have those covered all over the places. I'll give you one or two that really work for me that you can begin with. And inside of my programs, inside of the offerings, whether I'm talking about manifestation or building a business or activating your soul voice, all of those are for you to practice coming into this coherence and to be able to speak as that divine vessel that you are. So beautiful, divine vessels, shining stars amplifying your light, going on this journey of luminous evolution, I invite you to move the energy. I invite you to shake, to breathe, to move, to cry. Don't let it stick in you. You gotta move the energy. Sing, dance, create, journal, tap, whatever it is for you that helps you move the energy. And then in that spaciousness, connect with your divinity. Meditation and prayer, ceremony, ritual, coming into presence. And in that presence, you use your voice to ask. Ask Spirit. Ask, what shall I do? How shall I do it? What is for me? And then in presence, listen. In the spaciousness, you have to get quiet enough to hear this. And none of this will work. You won't hear it clearly if you have your shields up. If you have not moved all the energy, if you are still dysregulated, if your shields are closing you down and you don't feel connected to the all, you're going to get distorted messages. You're not going to be able to trust them. And so we need to do that free work, that preparatory work of transformation, healing, alchemization of what is ready to move and create the space within you to be able to be that clear channel and share your voice and your soul song, but co-create it with spirit, right? With that divinity to speak and respond and ask and answer and have a conversation with all of you. You can talk to your body. Hey, body, what do you need? You can talk to your heart. Hey, heart, how are you feeling? You can talk to your mind. Mind, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? What do you need? By the way, you can feel with your mind and you can think with your heart when you are in this coherent place. Actually, one and the same, and your gut's part of it too. Your entire physical being is not separate. We talk about it as though it is like separate entities, body, mind, heart, and soul. But when we reunify all, it becomes this unified field of potential and possibility. And that, my friends, is where the magic happens. With that unified creation, body, mind, heart, and soul, the whole shebang. Earth, air, fire, water, spirit, if you're going in the elemental realm, which I love to do sometimes. And then from that place of reconnection, unification, and harmony, then you do the things from that place. And you emanate what it is that you seek. You bring it into your beingness first. You feel it, and so it is. You speak it, and so it is from that place, but you're speaking it and you're feeling it from that place of what is truly for you. Your voice will be so powerful if you come into coherence and alignment first. If you're not, if you're scattered, and your subconscious mind and your conscious mind are saying one thing and thinking another underneath the surface, you're just going to fight and you'll say one thing, and then the back of your mind is going, no, 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 no. When you're saying, I'm ready for more abundance, I'm creating possibility, and your subconscious mind is going, yeah, but rich people, they're evil. Because you learned that program when you were younger, or you brought it in from something that isn't actually you. It's not yours, and it's writing in your subconscious mind. Then, my friends, you have an incoherent space in your body, in your heart, and your mind. So we have to reconvene into the pure expression of what is yours and for you, and unplug from all the things that aren't people, places, spaces, things, and bring it back in. And let your heart speak through you. Let divine love speak through you. That's my prayer every day. I call it in. I'm like, hey, love, speak through me. Love, fill me. Divine love. Romantic love, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the stuff that's underneath the unified field. The divine love that is the permeation of all of creation, both manifest and unmanifest, that is available to us only if we're in coherence and alignment and we're open and receptive and we can come into presence. Because I promise you, you can't access that kind of love. You can't feel it when you're disconnected and cut off from source, when you're dysregulated, when your nervous system is all in a tizzy, when your mind is spinning and it's so busy you can't feel it, but it exists. Promise you, everyone I have taken through this process has been able to feel it when we unplug from the other and come in and align with that beautiful cosmic mind, body, heart, and earth mother, right? Through that line to the divine, you receive what is for you, and you speak and act to create it and manifest it into being. But it already exists. It's a question of aligning into what is already there and what is true for you. So I'm going to seal this up with a beautiful, from my heart to yours, soul speak. Diate hinak eti kish ni arti diateo piano kish koritiaki rati kenos kotiate ki papaye rati kiate areti nake areti kiate yato bioki nate kernate ki. Everything is possible in the infinite sphere. And our job is to really get into that alignment so you can funnel through what peace is for you in this now and in your beautiful luminous evolution. I am wishing you well. Use your voice in coherence to be your most powerful creation tool. And so it is.